It was a decade marked by the Cold War, Rosa Parks, and of course, the birth of rock and roll. By the end of the 1950s, 22-year-old Texan Buddy Holly had become a superstar. Teenagers like Paul McCartney, Bob Dylan, and Jim Schulte were among his millions of fans.
I was a senior in high school in Norway, Iowa in 1959.
Dance halls like the Surf Ballroom in Clear Lake, Iowa, were the pulse of the Midwest.
I can remember standing in front of the ballroom and the stage at Danceland and just watching like the Everly Brothers.
In early 1959, the Winter Dance Party came to Clear Lake with Ritchie Valens, J.P. the Big Bopper Richardson, and Buddy Holly headlining the tour.
They were supposed to come into Cedar Rapids either the following week or the weekend after that, and I was liking to go to it.
But the stage at the Surf Ballroom would be their last stop.
The following morning, I went into the secretary's office, and she had the radio on.
A long, long time ago, I can still remember how that music used to make me smile.
Shortly after the show at the Surf, just after midnight on February 3rd, 1959, a small airplane carrying the young men from Mason City to Fargo crashed into a frozen cornfield 5 miles north of Clear Lake. No one survived.
And it was sad because, you know, we heard those three guys, and you go into a place and they'd be singing the song, and that was gone, except for the records.
I can't remember if I cried when I read about his widowed bride.
While singer Don McLean famously refers to it as the day the music died.
A big part of our mission here at the Surf is to see that the music never dies, and as long as people keep coming and coming and coming, the music will never fade away.
Jeff Nicholas is the president of the Surf Ballroom and Museum. His family also owns the land where the plane crashed, and a memorial now stands.
And it's a little bit like President Kennedy being assassinated in Dallas. They didn't ask for it. We didn't ask for it. It was a terrible tragedy. We wished it would not have happened. It did, and we want to be a significant part of helping keep their memories and their lives and their legacies on forever and ever and ever.
He says in the mid-1990s, a Clear Lake family purchased and restored what had become a dilapidated Surf Ballroom, thus preserving the place where a significant rock and roll history unfolded.
And Ritchie Valens is right here signing autographs for people. And Ritchie sees Tommy come in. He says, "Hey, Tommy, can I have your seat on the plane? One last time." And Tommy said, "Well, how about this?" He said, "We'll flip for it."
In recent years, the Surf has become a pilgrimage, perhaps most notably for Waylon Jennings, who gave up his seat on the plane to the Big Bopper.
We'd always heard that their last exchange that took place right here was that Buddy said to Waylon, I hope the bus breaks down. And Waylon said to Buddy, "I hope your plane crashes." And we'd always heard that, and he confirmed that when he came here. He said, I said that, and he said, I was haunted by that last statement to Buddy Holly.
Brings back a lot of memories, especially with all the pictures and the records, and it's just so, you can't believe it until you see it. So I'm glad I stopped by.
In the 50 years since their three voices fell silent, the music has moved on, but not Jim Schulte.
It was my era, and it'll always be in my heart.
And as rock and roll continues to evolve, its roots will remain firmly embedded in an era marked by ballrooms and Buddy Holly.
Well, I love you, gal. I want you, Peggy Sue.